So going back to the Crew 1, aka playing the Crew Unlimited here, there is something I had to check out on this game, which is going to be some of the beloved Easter eggs we all knew about back in the Crew 1. So this is something I did want to search for, man, and turns out every single one of them are still going to be in this game. So the first one I did want to share here is going to be the unicorn, which I would say many players are going to be familiar with, but if you guys are not, and a lot of people might even be first time playing this game or maybe searching for some of these, this one is going to be located to the left of New York. It is honestly going to be fairly easy to find, like it's not too insanely difficult, although I would recommend something like a dirt and or something like a rally raid. That way you can actually head over to, but there's going to be like a field area that's kind of open compared to everywhere else. You simply do want to drive over to it, guys. Don't spawn immediately on top of it. I have noticed some of the Easter eggs do not work if you actually do that, so spawn farther away, drive toward it. But this one is literally going to be a full white unicorn. Actually looks very cool. Now, if you are wondering, it's not going to have like rainbows or crazy things coming out of it, which honestly would have been pretty dope, but it's still going to be a full white unicorn that's going to be pretty dang dope looking, and I gotta appreciate the detail that they did end up putting into this. When you guys do end up getting closer to it, you can kind of sneak up and you'll see it like prancing in the field and stuff like that, just walking. But if you do get closer to it, it's then going to run around in circles and stuff like that, so yeah, make sure if you're actually trying to get like a photo of it, you guys kind of speed up to it and then pause it there. And I did notice, by the way, I might be tripping, but sometimes when you actually try to get close to the unicorn and take a photo of it, even the other Easter eggs, for some odd reason they disappear. I don't know why, maybe they're supposed to do that, but keep that in mind if you are trying to grab a photo. But this thing is going to be pretty dope and fairly easy to find. And also, just in case anyone had a question, the time of day I have found this doesn't seem to matter. So if you want to go over and find it, I would say the daytime is easier. And this thing is just going to be prancing around the field. Honestly, little things like this add on to the game. For the second one I did want to show here, though, is going to be the whale. To find this one, guys, it's actually fairly close to where the unicorn is. Head over all the way to the right side of the map by the east coast on the bottom of this island here. You then want to kind of head on to like the, I guess you could say, the broken deck kind of area, or dock, I should say. Deck is not it. But if you do head over there and kind of wait a little while, you're then going to see the whale that will pop out of the water. AK, it's like a Moby Dick reference kind of thing. But either way, though, head on over there again. I wouldn't recommend spawning right on top of it, kind of spawn behind it, then drive over to it. And I did notice this one takes a bit of time to spawn in for some odd reason. It is going to pretty much be to the left of that dock, and I did notice sometimes it could be in front of it, or like you'll see splashes. And what's funny is if you do the underwater glitch, you can actually head over here and see the whale jump out from under the water. Kind of hilarious. But if you do sit there for a bit, you're then going to see this thing pop out. And I did end up getting some footage of this with the camera as well, even though it looks kind of odd zooming all the way in. You guys can at least see where the whale is. Honestly, a cool little thing. If you do want to compare this to Grand Theft Auto having full-on animals, then yeah, probably won't compare that well. For the next one I did want to show, I can't be the only person that when I first discovered this one back in the day, it really did freak me out, but it's going to be on the left part right near Seattle on this mountain here. Now, I would recommend this one can get a bit confusing, guys. Like, I will actually pause this right here, like screenshot it so you can see, but it is going to be specifically right where my waypoint is on this photo. The reason for that is to the left, and some people might actually go to other areas, which I actually spent like 35 minutes trying to find this again, because I was on the wrong part of the mountain, so make fun of me if you want. But similar to the other Easter eggs, though, once again, guys, I would recommend not spawning right on top of it, because I have noticed they do not show up. You could try that if you want, but I have noticed some of the Easter eggs do not show up. And what's funny is I would probably say the Bigfoot is most likely going to be everybody's favorite. I mean, how many people would actually expect, like, driving around a mountain in a game like this, that you're going to see a gigantic Bigfoot that's like literally double the size of your car, bro, like just running around? Like, imagine stumbling upon that and it starts running toward you or running around in your area. Like, that's going to be hilarious. Little Easter eggs like this I really do find to be enjoyable, though I kind of wish other of the newer games in this series did stuff like this, just making it more interesting. Like, the Crew 2 had the same map, you know, again, quote-unquote updated. They probably could have added something newer into that, or different Easter eggs, as the map is going to be huge, and adding something like a Bigfoot on a mountain somewhere near Seattle is not going to hurt anything, or probably take a ton of time to do, but it's going to give players a challenge or something to go after. Or maybe you're just exploring one day and boom, you end up stumbling upon something like a Bigfoot, a unicorn, a random whale popping out of the water. And little things like this really show players that, yo, these are going to be fun things to explore and try to find in the map because who knows what else is actually out there. Also, what's really funny, guys, look at this background here of this footage. Look at the Bigfoot next to a deer, man. It looks so funny, man. It's just hilarious. Also, speaking of that, there is one more I did want to show in this video. Now, to be 100% honest, I don't actually know if this is kind of an Easter egg that's part of this, though, or at least this is considered an Easter egg. But this is going to be one that's going to be located kind of in the Mountain State area, right kind of by the big letters. Down toward the left of that, under Las Vegas, there is going to be a random broken UFO, kind of in this like gated area, probably similar to like an Area 51 type of thing or something like that. I don't really know if this is considered like an Easter egg in the game, but kind of like a small extra one I would consider. Because how many people would be driving around at nighttime, you see this super bright saucer just randomly sitting there, and yeah, you can kind of tell it's a UFO, bro. But guys, I do want to know your thoughts on this in the comments below. I am curious, what other Easter eggs in any game is going to be your favorite and why? I am curious because some of these Easter eggs in these games, man, are so dang dope. Personally, for me, if I can name one from a different game, it's easily going to be the huge shark that was in Battlefield 4. I love that thing. Do let me know your thoughts on some of your favorite Easter eggs and also which one in the crew was going to be your favorite one.